Hey, good morning, parents. Good morning, children. And welcome to the TONs1 orientation. My name is Nipun. I'm going to take you through this orientation. How it's going to run is I'm going to go take you through the information docket, which we already shared. I'll take you through the list of things to carry. And then at the end, I'll take question and answers. So I would request everybody to stay on mute, hold on to your questions. At the end of the orientation, I will ask you to raise your hands. If you go into reactions in your menus, there is a react, sorry. In a react, there is a way of raising, there's a button called raise hand. So when you do that, as you can see in my top left corner, the hand comes up. So I will come one by one to everybody and it goes automatically. Whoever has raised the hand first will be the one who would be showing it to me and the last one will be last. So I will go through all the question and answers and hopefully be able to answer all your question answers and then we'll take it forward from there. I'm just going to share my screen and I will begin. Hey, I hope everybody can see my screen. It's the information docket. We are starting with TON1, which is starting on April 22nd, going on to April 29th. Now, first, a little bit about the company, and then I'll come to TONs. First, Inme started doing adventure learning programs for children in 1996. So we've been doing this for now 29 years. Right? We have done programs with more than 1,20,000 children. We get about 10,000 children almost every year, which includes the retail, which is what you guys are joining for, which is any program for the 9 to 17, where any child from any school can join. Other than that, we also have school programs going on throughout the year where we tie up with schools and we have only that particular school on the program. So we have clients from all over India and they come on these programs. They do a different type of program from what the children here will be doing. People who started this started a company called Discovery Camps in 1996, which became iDiscover and then became Eureka finally. The co-founders then had a split, and then we started Inme in 2008. Eureka and Inme were running parallelly, and in 2019 we merged as one company again. Because we were all friends and we were working in the same field, we decided to merge. So Inme Eureka has become one company, and Inme runs the retail programs, which are called the B2C also, which is basically all of these ones which you're doing. Eureka is the one when we're doing with schools, it's called the Eureka Camps. TONs is a campsite which we started in 2008. So Inme started with the TONs camp as its flagship campus. But we had been doing programs in the TONs area since the year 2001. We had been doing rafting programs for children over there since 2001. But this campsite, which you're seeing in the background, is the campsite. This is a little bit outdated picture, but it has a lot more. It has a pool now in the middle, a small wading pool, not a swimming pool, a wading pool, which is about 1 foot in depth. There is a mountain biking obstacle course which has come up this year. So all that is on the campus. This is one of the biggest campsites we have, as you can see. These are the kind of tents which will be there where the children will be sleeping every day. The small building at the background which you're seeing is the toilet block. I will be going into details of all this below also, but so that you get an idea that these are the tents which are lined up, and at the back is the toilet block. So Tons is actually a river. It's a river which is one of the biggest tributaries of Yamuna. Our campsite is in a village called Mora, which is 180 kilometers ahead of Dehradun. If you try to search for Mora, Uttarakhand, you might not find it. That's why we call it Inme Camp Tons. If you search for Inme Camp Tons, you will get the location exactly. So over here, the children are doing a choice of activities between mountain biking or backpacking. Other than that, they are all doing river rafting. Now, river rafting in the Tons camp, Tons River compared to Ganga River, first of all, is very different. So just to explain why it's different is the Ganga River is mainly downhill and almost straight. So the speed of the river picks up quite a lot, and the rapids over there are of higher grades. Rapids are graded, they are graded from 1 to 5. 5, even in Rishikesh, we do not do. In Tons, we do not get grade 5 at all. Rishikesh, we go up to grade 3 plus plus. In Tons, there's a grade 3 rapid, which is usually grade 3. Sometimes it can become grade 3 plus, but that's the maximum we reach. Tons is a very curvy river, so it curves a lot. So the speed of the river goes down, so it becomes very safe, but becomes very technical. What I mean by technical is when you're in the Ganga River, there are a lot of times you're not paddling. The current will take you through. In Tons, you have to keep paddling. So you actually understand more about rafting while you're on Tons, and you get a more feel of paddling and understanding how the maneuvering happens. Okay, now I'll just take you through each bit by bit of the information docket. So first of all, like I said, that it's the Tons River. It's in the Uttarkashi district. The temperatures in April especially will be ranging from about 20 degrees going up to 28 degrees in the daytime. Right now, it's not become too hot, but by the time it comes around, because weather is unpredictable now, it might get a little bit hotter. But usually we peak out at about 35 degrees in the summers. We do not go above that over there. During the peak time, the peaks heat time, we keep the children under shade. We have in the afternoons, we have things called cool time activities, which I'll come to. So they are under the shade and during that time. Now, on this program, they're going to be doing 3 days of one activity and 3 days of the other activity. So they do 3 sessions of what we call 3 days is 3 sessions. 3 sessions of river rafting. So they will, in the first session of river rafting, it's not as if you're going to go and put them on the raft and say, okay, start rafting. The children will first get an understanding how the raft works, how a raft is, basic hydrology, how rapids are formed, how current, how do you get to understand that, how do you get to know a current, right? The biggest learning which the children have is that if you see flat water, right, on the river, it doesn't necessarily mean it's safe because you don't know what's happening underneath. So there's an undercurrent. So you understand all those things. On the beach side only, on the river beach side, they will first sit on the raft. They will understand the different kind of commands which go in. Like, if the river guide is saying left forward, what does that mean? All in, what does that mean? All those things will be taught to them. They will learn how to wear seatbelts properly, how to identify if the seatbelt has anything faulty, so that if they are ever rafting in the future, they'll know how to identify the the life jacket. I'm saying seatbelt, life jacket. Sorry, my bad. Life jacket, right? So they're wearing a life jacket. So understanding if the life jacket is, faulty or it's perfectly fine, how to wear it properly, how to tighten it so that it doesn't become loose, how to wear a helmet properly. So they're going to be wearing a helmet also. And after that is only the time they're going to get into the water. So the first session goes into the first half goes into safety. Then they go for a short run where they get to experience the rapid. During this time, our river guide has long paddles. So he's in charge of the whole raft and he's taking charge. So the children are actually just getting an experience and they understand the different commands. So he keeps calling out the commands to check if they're understanding what they're doing. And they'll go up to grade 1 rapid that day, not more. So that's an experience that they'll get an understanding and they'll understand how the safety works. The second session, when they come to the second session, now the challenge level increase, obviously. First of all, the river guide will also have a small paddle, so everybody will have to paddle as a team and ensure the rafting is happening. They will also get to understand what happens if they flip. So theoretically, I can tell you what happens when a raft flips. So the raft flips. If you're underneath the raft, you just go up. There is an air pocket. You'll be able to take air, come back on the side, grab onto the rope which is attached to the raft, pull it onto one side, get it back upright, right? But that doesn't do anything. So we want them to experience that. So we'll actually get them on the raft will be tied to the beach. So a little bit into the water, we're gonna flip the raft on them. And then we're gonna ask them to flip it back so that they understand how that works. Then they will go for a rafting session, which they'll be touching grade 2 plus on the second session, almost touching grade 3. They'll also do what is called body surfing, where we ask them in a grade 1 rapid, they jump into the river, they hold on to their life jackets and they go through the rapid while surfing through it, we're body surfing through it, right? the third session is where the children will also be giving commands. So, we'll be telling the children what commands to give at what time. So they will be calling out the commands. They will be understanding how, they have to gauge what kind of rapid is coming, what they have to do. So they get a better understanding of that. And they'll go up to grade 3+ on the last day. Now, during all these three rafting sessions, there will be a safety kayak along with them always. For every 4 rafts, there's one safety kayak. A safety kayak can quickly maneuver through the river, going upstream a little bit, downstream, and the children will also be taught that if they fall off the raft and they cannot get back into it, and the safety kayak is coming to the rescue, how do they get onto this? How do they catch onto the safety kayak? If they're in front, how do they hold it? If they're in the back, how do they hold it? If they're on the side, how do they hold it? And how they reach back to the raft and they get on top. So that also will be done in the first day session. So that's how river rafting is work. The other 3 sessions will be dedicated to either mountain biking or backpacking, depending on what activity you've chosen. If you've chosen mountain biking, the first day you'll be taught, the first session will be on gears and the different parts of the cycle, how to maintain the cycle, how do you understand that everything is working fine, and then going on the obstacle course, which is built on the campsite itself. So they understand how to maneuver on different types of tracks, thin tracks, inclines, if the road is sideways, how do you do it? So we built an obstacle course like that. They'll also get to learn a few tricks. They learn stoppies and wheelies while doing mountain biking so that they get a better understanding of how weight balance works on the cycle. And after that, they'll go for a small ride onto the hills, onto the tarmac road, which is right above the camp, so that they understand the rolling hills. Rolling hills are which go up and down. So you actually climb up a small hill and then you go down, then you go up. So there are rolling hills over there. So they understand how rolling hills work. That will be the first session. The second session is where they start heading into the off-roading. So they'll start off again by warming up on the camp and then leaving. They will go onto part tarmac, part off-road, and come back the same day itself. The third session will be the longest session of cycling they'll have. It will be more to do on the off-roading than the on-roading. So they will cover a lot of kilometers on the off-road that day, and they will do a lot of uphill, downhill, off-roading both on that day. So that's how mountain biking is going to work. It's to build endurance. It's to build understanding of different gear ratios. It's to build them an understanding how different terrains work and how you have to change your stance and your balance according to different terrains. So adaptation comes into play. The other choice is backpack. Backpacking is a trekking module where it's actually one of the best ways of discovering nature and experiencing the mountain and the forest. While you're on the TONs camp, there's proper built-up toilets with Western-style loos, with the hygiene faucets, bathing area and everything, and you're being served food. You're basically getting a lot of things which usually if you're on an expedition you don't. So in backpacking, we're teaching them that if they want to go on an expedition, if they want to actually go on a trek and experience nature, how do they do it? So they'll understand first how to trek up and down a hill. So they understand conserving energy. What are the different techniques of climbing uphill, coming downhill? If they need to do a quick climb up or climb down, how do they do it? You cannot run up and down a hill, so a mountain. So you have to do something called scrambling. So understanding how to scramble up and down a mountain. They'll understand tent pitching, how to pack a rucksack properly, how to plan out an expedition. So expedition planning will also include rations. So you have to prepare your meals, utensils, tents, sleeping bags, and limited clothing. So they'll understand how, they'll plan out everything. Then they'll do load sharing. So for this, we give them a rucksack on camp. Each child will get a different rucksack on camp where they actually just take limited clothes and they plan out this expedition. So the first day is going into learning the backpacking skilling and understanding this. The next session, they will actually leave away from the camp. They will go away from TON's camp, pitch their own tents, cook their own food, stay the night over there, obviously under our supervision. And the second day, they will also go ahead, pitch their own tents, cook their own food, and come back the third day. So it's 2 nights out, 2 nights they will be away from the campsite altogether. obviously under strict supervision of our instructors all the time. During these 2 nights, there is no toilet. So we are going, what we do is we call the loo with a view or behind the bush activity, BBA. So it's basically going outside and doing it. But for the privacy of the children, we have now, we take toilet tents. Toilet tents are just long canvas tents which come up. We dig a hole and we do our job, right? And this is basically just for the privacy of the children. So that's how backpacking will work. And backpacking is focused on planning, team working, and building endurance for the outdoors and understanding how to live in the outdoors. Okay, now I've already done these briefs. This is mountain biking on the left, rafting. This is great. This is the third session which you're seeing. The small person on the back on here, which I've just highlighted, if you can see, is the safety kayak. This person right here, right? So that's a safety kayak, which is with the rafts. This is backpacking. This is one of the night out spots where they've gone on the top and they've gotten the picture click. So they're right on the top of the mountain over here. Okay. How does a typical day follow in the camp? Now, this does not apply to the first day or the last day, but post that, when they're on camp, 6 a.m. is the wake-up call. When they wake up, they get hot beverage like tea, coffee, drinking chocolate, plain milk is available for them with biscuits. Then they do what is called Chota Hazri or warm up for the day, where it could be a combination of calisthenics and some other exercises, or they can be doing some fun dance exercises where we sing along with them and we get them to warm up, open their bodies, be ready for the day. 8 a.m. is breakfast. 9 a.m. is when they depart for their activities, depending on what they're doing. So mountain biking will go for mountain biking, river rafting will go for river rafting, backpacking will go for backpacking. 1 p.m. is lunch. So from 9 a.m. to about 12:30, they're away from the camp. It can be 1:30 depending on how the day is gone. During this time, they will get a refreshment break in the middle where we'll be giving them some high energy foods and juices or squash. From 1:30 to 2:30, they have free time. It's what we call freewheeling. They can either relax, go for a bath. Most of the children don't because they are rafting, they are in the river. Mothers, if they come back without a bath, it's fine. They're in the outdoors. They're saving water. It's good for the environment. So, so 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. they get free time. 2:30 p.m. is also the time the sun is at its highest, and it's really hot over there. So we have something called cool time activities. These are activities which we've done on the camp itself, right? It's a mixture of fun and learning. There might be team building activities. There might be just some fun activities. There might be a day where we might be doing each one teach one, where we call the villagers, the children of the village, to come down to the TONs camp, and our children combine, give them tuitions in different subjects. Some children teach them sports. So it's a combination that the instructors and the children come up together and they have a session with the village children. So at that time. That day, the children will also join us for tea. So the village children, so they will have, otherwise usually 5 p.m. is tea, where we give them milk, tea, and snacks. So now snacks at 5 p.m. Will change every day. There'll be a day we might have bread pakoda. There'll be a day we might be just having biscuits. There might be a day we might be having burgers. Now it depends on what kind of energy level is required, what has been the day schedule. Depending on that, this changes every day. 5:30 p.m. Is other cool time activities. It's more of this time when we call them the other cool time activities are more of fun activities where even the instructors become children and they start playing with the participants. So we might have, say, capture the flag. We might have Coco, or the old school team games, right? We'll be playing those over there on the camp itself. Volleyball will also be going on. So some children and instructors might be playing volleyball. There's frisbee, so all these games are going on in the evening. Then around 6:30, when the sun is setting, there'll be a small debrief session. Now, depending upon what day it is, this can be either personal reflections where the whole camp And when I say the whole camp, that means the instructors and the staff, everybody goes silent for half an hour. It's an amazing feeling. It's called silent time. The children the first day are like wondering why we are doing this. But when they start hearing the different sounds of nature, the river, the different birds, it's an amazing feeling for them also. And they come back, and we've had children who've actually come and said that we should have it for longer, but we keep it only for half an hour. There are days there'll be group sharing sessions. So if say if it's day 3, it's the third session of rafting, there'll be a debrief session on that. If it's the third session of backpacking, and they've come back from the night out, so there'll be a group sharing on how it went, what could have been done better, what was the best. All those experiences are shared at this time. 7:30 p.m. is soup, 8 p.m. is dinner. Between 7:30 to 8:30, 7:30 to 8, we have something called minute to minute, which are fun, small minute based games where the children come and they are all together, so that the different groups can also interact with each other during this time. 9 p.m. is lights off. When I say lights off, that's the time we send the children to the tents and ask them to sleep. And I will say, ask them to sleep. 10 o'clock, we go again, and we say, okay, go off to sleep. 10:30 again, and by 11 o'clock, usually all the children are asleep. So, but 9 o'clock is when we send them in and we start asking them to get ready. So the flip drill, which I was talking in rafting, where they flip the raft back up, the extreme right picture is that these are children who are flipping the raft back. As you can see, they're standing on the raft and they're pulling the rope from the top and they're flipping the raft back. So this is one of the safety drills which we run. Okay, now coming to overall safety. We follow a strict 1:6 instructor to child ratio. So for every 6 children, there's 1 instructor on camp. These are certified instructors who will be taking care of all the activity needs. Okay, sorry, I just saw the messages. Yes, I will be sharing the recording. Monica can't see my screen. Is everybody else able to see my screen? If somebody can give me a thumbs up, please.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. Monica, I will be sharing the recording. You'll be able to see it in that if you're not able to see it right now. Sorry for that. Okay. So in terms of safety, like I was saying, we have a 1:6 instructor to child ratio. So for every 6 children, we have a certified instructor from either certified from a mountaineering institute like Knowles, NIM, JIM, and HMI. These are they are very good mountaineering institutes, and we take certified instructors from this. But that is not the end of it. It's not as if certified as an instructor, you can come on board. So once you're certified as an instructor, you will be joining a pool of our instructors, and there are different tiers in that instructors. So if you're new, you're working directly under a lead instructor and old instructor of ours, and you'll go through a screening and training on child safety. So we train the instructors on child safety, because every year, we learn from different incidents, we learn from different experiences, especially post-COVID, everything has changed for us, right? What children were pre-COVID and post-COVID is a world of a difference. So, we've also had to adapt, understand the different types of mental health issues a lot of children have been going through, the stress they're going through, and, understanding and being empathetic about it, and how to handle different kinds of situations. So we do a strict screening and training of the instructors on this, especially child safety. In terms for the females, we have for every 10 girls, we have 1 female instructor over there. On this program, so let me give you the ratio of this program so that everybody is aware. There are 31 children going. There are 16 boys, 15 girls. So we almost have a 50-50% exact ratio. There are going to be minimum 2 to 3 lady instructors on this program. There will be more than 2 over here. So they will be on both the activities. There'll be lady instructors, making sure that the ladies are, the female participants are good. So other than that, that's the instructor. Sorry, Chitra, I will come to your question later. I will be going through the kit list after this, so I will be taking your questions after that. Okay. In terms of transportation, we don't have our own transport vehicles. We do hire outside vendors for transportation. For this program, we will be having a Volvo type bus, either a Volvo itself or a Bharat Benz, going from Delhi till a place called Hatkoti, which is about 45, 50 kilometers before the campsite. Originally, we used to take the bus till last year. We used to take the bus till Dehradun, and then it was 180 kilometers ahead of Dehradun with a non-AC 27-seater bus. This year, the road from the Shimla side has become very good, very broad. The Volvo can actually go up till about 40, 60 kilometers before the campsite. So that's where the bus parks, and then it's about a 2-hour journey till the campsite. So we leave in the evening from Delhi. We leave at 7 p.m. from Delhi. At around 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m., we reach a little before Hatkoti where the bus changes. About 20, 30 kilometers before, we'll have breakfast. Then we'll get to Hatkoti, we'll change over. And by 10:30, 11 is what we are expecting them to be on the campsite by. Right, so when they leave from here, we're going to have dinner on the bus, not on the bus, we'll have a sit down dinner. We'll have snacks on the bus. So we'll have biscuits, cakes, juices, and water available for them. A lot of children do carry tuck snacks for the bus ride. They have to finish this by the time they reach the campsite. We do not allow them to keep food in their tents. Simple reason that there's a lot of different types of insects and ants and everything which can come in. And also we need to be making sure that they're having nutritious food. So they can do that. So the Volvo takes them from here till Hatkoti. From there, they're going to be smaller MUVs, which will take them to the campsite. So when I say MUVs, these will be like Boleros, Scorpios, Ertigas, taking them to the campsite. Now, while it's going to be one bus from here to Hatkoti, after that, there will be at least 6 cars because it's about 5 to 6 children in each vehicle. They will be following a convoy rule. A convoy rule is that we number the vehicles and they have to follow that numbering. So car number 1 always stays in front, and car number 6 will always be the back one. And if any car stops, all the cars stop so that every support can be given and things can be followed. The speed limit is maintained to make sure that nobody's over speeding. In terms of equipment, we use only the top quality technical equipment like ropes, carabiners, helmets, which meet the highest UIAA standard, which is an international standard. There are regular and audits done by our experts while the camp is going on, before the camp, during the activity. So when an activity is going on, if you're giving a harness, it will be checked by somebody. Now, once the child has worn a harness, we'll check it again, right? When they start, so if they're doing, say, over here, they won't need a harness, but say they have a life jacket, right? And they are wearing it. We'll pull the life jacket to see if it's becoming loose, to make sure it's tight, and nothing will happen to them while they're in the river. We have a camp doctor, a certified MBBS doctor on camp, which will be able to help with all the basic needs and some advanced medicines. Not all. If something has to be done, we usually take them to a nearby hospital, say for an X-ray. If a cast has to be put, then over there. If some other type of scan has to be done, they'll be taken to the nearby hospital. But other than that, we have all kind of medicines available on the camp. We have nebulizers, we have antibiotics, anti-tetanus, everything is available on the camp. So, all needs are met over there. And 24/7 emergency vehicle is available. And the nearest hospital is Porola, which is about 40 kilometers away from the campsite. But an X-ray machine is before that also, which is in Morigaon, which is about 10 kilometers away. So depending on what kind of injury it is or what kind of seriousness problem it is, we'll be taking the call. What we missed out was we have certified wilderness first aid instructors also on the program. These guys are trained in handling any kind of wilderness emergency. So say if a child is on an activity and something happens, it's not that you're going to wait for the doctor to come. The instructors will take charge. They will, if they need to make a split or they need to immobilize them by the doctor. We'll be staying in tents. These tents are built on 1 foot platform, 1 foot above the ground, mattresses which are about 2 inches thick. On that, they will put their sleeping bags and sleep on that. Right? Boys and girls are obviously housed in the same tents. There are toilet blocks, which are like I showed you. So not one toilet block, one side is girls, one side is boys. Western style toilets with the hygiene, the bum washers, which we have these days, are there in each WC. There are shower cubicles, bathing cubicles. I should not call them shower cubicles. They were bathing cubicles with hot water available. Hot water is, they have to fill a bucket from outside, right outside their toilet and take it inside. So that's how the hot water technique works. Also in the camp, we have what we call, you'll hear this when they come back. They'll call it the bomb shelter. It's basically an underground pit, which we have covered and made a shelter on top, right? And it's a sunken pit. So most of the time we are there because it's much cooler. It's protected from the sun. So half the time in the afternoon we'll be there. And it's also the main dining area. It's also where another word for it is KPRD, Khana Pina Rona Dhona. We eat there, we cry there, everything happens there. In terms of meals, I've already mentioned that we start with fresh lunch, then tea, then soup, then dinner. Our food is, we have tried to make it list and tasty, making a combination of both, just to make sure that the children eat properly. Meals are mainly vegetarian, but we will serve eggs are served just almost every day during the program in the dinner time. Right? Vegetarian, non-vegetarian dishes are prepared separately and kept separately. So when they are served, it's a buffet style, right? There'll be a specific area where it will be cordoned off and said non-vegetarian. So that's the dish will be over there. It won't be on the vegetarian side at all, so that nobody gets confused. There are children who have some allergies. There are children who are Jain. Make sure you've told us before. When I say Jain is no onion, no garlic, that kind of food. Please let us know in advance. We do take care of these needs and we prepare the food separately so that they can also be having a proper meal. So make sure that we know and it is served separately. So, at meal times, instructors are always there supervising to make sure that all participants remain well fed, and also they are not wasting food. You will get to hear this, that there'll be a plate check which will happen because some children have a habit of overfilling their plates and then wasting food. We don't like wasting food. So there will be an emphasis on that and they'll understand why wasting food, especially for the children who go backpacking, when they're going to cook their own meals. Oh, when they come back, the children have such an utmost respect for their mothers, for their cooks, because they're like, we didn't realize it was that difficult to cook a meal, right? So that kind of respect comes out and they really take a different place. You will see children when they come back, they will follow these habits for a little while, but you have to reinforce them. When they get back into their comfort zone, that's what we call it, because we're getting them out of their comfort zone, teaching them something. When they come back into the comfort zone, they have a habit of going back into their old, usual ways. Now, in terms of the departure and arrival, the journey will begin at Terminal 2 of the Delhi airport. We'll depart at 7 p.m. sharp. Reporting time is 6 p.m. There will be a location for the people who are joining from Delhi. If you're from Delhi NCR and you know the airport, when you're approaching Terminal 2, you'll see a ramp going up to Terminal 2 departure. On that left-hand side of that ramp, not the right-hand side goes to the right, the left-hand side of that ramp goes into the parking area. So that's where you have to come. We meet in the parking area. The bus parking and the car parking are the same. For the children flying in, I hope you've shared your flight details with my colleagues. We organize a way of picking them up. So even if they're landing in Terminal 3, there are instructors over there. If they're landing in Terminal 2, there'll be instructors there. If they're landing in Terminal 1, there'll be instructors there. And then we all meet at Terminal 2, right? So there'll be a call which will come to you. There'll be a number which will be shared with you, which will be of the airport manager, who will be overseeing this coordination and making sure all the children have reached and are there. So that's how it's going to work for the children flying in. On the return, the group will arrive at 6 a.m. at the Delhi airport. The local people obviously will tell you a number to call and coordinate with us. All the outstation children, once they come back, we'll be taking them to their respective terminals and asking them to go in immediately so that they can be safe and they're inside the terminal. Now, journey length, we are covering about 505 kilometers in around 14 to 15 hours. We'll be passing through Solan, and the camp is approximately 180 kilometers away from the city. AC Volvo buses till about 50 kilometers before campsite, where they're transferred to non-AC. Now, some expectation settings so that we are all clear about this. So about the discipline and the program, how it's going to go, what's happening over there. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. First of all, it's not a luxury camp or a resort, right? It's in the holiday or a luxury retreat. It's about living as a community. So they have to adapt to each other. They have to understand each other. And, if they're facing issues, they need to let us know about it and we can help them out. A lot of times children come back and tell their parents, oh, we faced this issue, which they never raised it on camp. Children, if you're here, parents, otherwise tell your children if they're facing any kind of issue, they have to tell our camp chief so that we can take care of it. There will be places where they'll have to rough it out, say for when they're on the mountain biking, they are going to build endurance by pushing themselves. When they're on the backpacking, they're going to be out for 2 nights without a toilet. They're going to rough it out, right? So they have to embrace the challenge and realize what the fun and learning will come from it. In terms of communication and updates, we do not allow cell phones on the camp with the children. We do give you, there'll be a WhatsApp link, which the chat channel, where you are already on that, the WhatsApp channel where we had posted about this also. It was in the same message, there'll be a WhatsApp chat channel link. Please make sure you join the channel. The channel is only visible when you open WhatsApp in updates, it's not in chats. In updates, you'll see the channel. Make sure the channel bell icon is not crossed out so that whenever we put an update, you'll get a message from us. We put 2 updates, one at 11 a.m. and one at 6 p.m. These are text updates telling you on how the camp is going on, what activities the children are doing. It's going to be a group update. We will put up group photographs in the morning, which are just before they depart for the activity. And in the evenings, we have other photographs coming. So we put those up. About 15 to 20 photographs are uploaded during the day, depending on connectivity. Now, we have 2 cell phone towers in the area. One is Jio and one is BSNL. BSNL hardly works. Jio sometimes goes out of connection. If it goes out of connection, our instructors walk about 3 kilometers to give us an update. They do try to upload photographs. And then if we are not able to get photographs, we will update you that today, because of connectivity, we have not received photographs. Please remain calm. We will get photographs as soon as possible. If there is any kind of incident on the camp, before we used to say only for major emergencies where we've had to take them for an X-ray or something, we're going to call you. Now we're calling you for any kind of small injury also, small incident. We are calling you. We are briefing you on what's happening. That's a learning we have had this year. So we are making sure that you're updated exactly what's happening on the child if something's happening. So even if they've had an ankle twist and there's a little bit of swelling or a little bit of pain, we're going to call you and say, okay, this has happened. This is how it happened. This is the action we are taking so that you're aware of it. During this time, when someone injury happens or something, if you want to talk to your child, obviously we'll make sure that you talk to your child. It is not recommended because the children feel homesick once they start talking to their parents. They might not be feeling homesick, but they'll feel homesick. The very good example, recent example, is one child Mother was not well. She was having high blood pressure. So I got the child on the phone so that the mother could calm down. The child exact words, and I wish I had a recording of this. Mama, मैं क्रिकेट खेल रहा हूँ, मेरी बॉलिंग के टाइम है, आप क्यों तंग कर रहे हो? And went off. Right? So children are enjoying themselves to the fullest over there. They don't want to be talking to you. Yes, I know you're worried about your children. We will be updating you. And if you are feeling that, your child is, sometimes parents have this sixth sense, right? That something is going wrong. Just call us. We will get an update from the camp and we'll let you know what's happening. No gadgets. I've already spoken about this. Some children ask me, can we carry Kindle? Don't. Can we carry a reading book? Don't. The minute you carry Kindles or reading books, you're only being, you're only entertaining yourself. You're only distracting yourself. You're actually not getting out and talking to people. We want you to talk to people. We want you to, connect with people the way we used to connect in our childhood. Because in our childhood, we didn't have Kindle. We didn't have too many books when we were growing up. We had to talk to each other. There was no, sitting next to each other, send an emoji here, send an emoji there. We had to develop our own sign languages so that our parents couldn't catch us what we're talking. Develop that. It's very interesting. It's a lot of fun. Please make sure they're not carrying any gadgets. We do allow cameras on the phone, on the camp, but it's all on the responsibility of the child. There are charging areas for that. In the common areas, they can come and charge their cameras, but they are responsible for it. Not the instructors, not the camp, nobody. They will be responsible for their own equipment. In terms of fitness and preparation, these programs will be a little bit more physical than what children are used to, unless they're playing sports. We do recommend that they start jogging a little right now itself. If they're going to be buying new shoes, make sure you're wearing those so that you break into them. Normal sport shoes are required for this. Let me make that very clear. When I come to the kit list, I will also reiterate it. You don't need to buy any fancy shoe for this program. Zero tolerance for bullying and indiscipline. I think that's self-explanatory. If we find any bullying or indiscipline, and children, you have to raise it to us. When we see bullying happen, we will intervene and we will take action. But a lot of time we might not realize it. You have to come and tell the camp chief that you're being bullied so that action can be taken. Use of substance, any possession, even possession or consumption of cigarettes, alcohol, vapes, narcotics is not tolerated and will result in immediate expulsion, and will be getting back you to Delhi at your expense. I already spoke about junk food, tuck. So make sure that whatever junk food you're carrying is only carrying enough to reach the campsite, and it should be over. If you're carrying more than what if you're not able to finish it by the time you reach campsite, if it's a sealed packet, we will take it, we'll give it back to you on the return. If it's not a sealed packet, the instructors and the children have a party. So we make sure that it's all finished so that nothing goes waste. In terms of pocket money, we take care of all the needs. I will come to this in the kit list also. You can carry up to 3,000 rupees for Inme merch, which is available on the campsite and also on our website. Parents, if you're looking for rucksacks and all, we have that available on our website, inmeurekamerch.com. I will share that link with you also. Sleeping bags, everything is available there. Other than that, carabiner keychains, some mementos from camps, all are available on the campsite. Children who are flying in, please do carry some extra money for meals at airports so that you can keep yourself well fed. I'm done with the information docket. I'm going to come to the list of things to carry very quickly, and then I'll start taking question answers. I've already taken a lot of time. Just apologies for that. Okay. Now, like I said, the TON ranges from 25 degrees to 37 degrees during April. Over here, when I'm looking at the weather pattern, it's looking like 26, 27. I'm saying it might go up to 28 in the daytime. It will come down to about 18 to 20 in the middle of the night. Yeah, if it rains, yes, it will go down to 15 degrees. Now, in terms of clothing, 8 t-shirts, 4 should be quick dry and in dark colors. This is the time when you're going to be going rafting. A lot of children ask me why dark colors. It's recommended to wear Light colors. Light colors become transparent, especially in water. We are going to be going to the water almost every day, and we need you to have dark colors so that it does not become transparent. One. Second, it protects you from the sun. While it might absorb a lot of heat, it won't give you sunburn or anything like that. It protects you from the heat more. 4 pair of shorts. 2 should be quick dry. 1 sweatshirt, so that in the evenings when it gets chilly, it will get chilly in the evening. The river cools down the air quite a lot, so you will need a sweatshirt. So make sure you're carrying 1 sweatshirt. Yes, it could be, the temperatures might be too hot and you might not need a sweatshirt, but it's better to be thankful than sorry, right? So make sure you're carrying 1 sweatshirt. 3 track pants. Backpacking and mountain biking will only happen in track pants. You will not be allowed to wear jeans or pants. Normal trousers when I say pants. 8 pairs of socks. 1 quick dry towel. 1 cap sunshade, very important. It's going to be very sharp. There's no pollution over there. The sun is sharp. Make sure you're carrying a cap or sunshade. Undergarments. Children and parents, you know how much undergarments you need for 8 days. Carry accordingly. 2 pair of night clothes. 2 warm jackets. Now, parents will ask why 2. If it's rainy and the warm jacket gets wet, then they are stuck, right? And there are chances of rain in it. So make sure they're carrying 2 warm jackets. These are regular jackets. They don't need to carry anything major. If it's a waterproof jacket, then you can avoid the 1 poncho or raincoat if it's a waterproof jacket, because that will work. But if it's not, then a poncho and raincoat. In terms of footwear, 1 pair of comfortable rubber sole shoes, normal sport shoes. You do not need to buy anything fancy, no hiking shoes, no nothing. Normal sport shoes are required for this. Make sure that the grip is there at the bottom, and it's not a plastic sole. So when I say plastic sole, squash shoes, basketball shoes sometimes have plastic sole, which is meant for wooden flooring. Those slip on the rocks. Please make sure you're not sending those. 1 pair of hiking sandals, or what we used to call floaters in our time. That's why I have a picture over there also, which can be usable in wet conditions. So that this is used on the camp itself, nowhere else. 1 pair of aqua shoes or Crocs for river rafting. When they go river rafting, they'll need aqua shoes or Crocs. For children who are choosing mountain biking, 1 pair of biking gloves, so that which fits snugly to your hands. Optional is 2 pair of padded cycling shorts. I think somebody had mentioned this also, so but I'm here, I'll answer that question. Are padded shorts mandatory? Chitra, no. Padded shorts are not mandatory. It's just that it makes their life a little better. When they're on the cycle, the padded cycling shorts do 2 things. One is obviously pad us and help us from the bumps, because we are going to be off-roading quite a lot. Second, they help in reducing chafing. Chafing is when the thighs rub together and the the rash happens, the fungal rash happens. That's chafing, right? So it reduces that.
Oh,
so that's why they
thank
are
you.
recommended. Yeah. Knee and elbow guards. Now, we have these on the camp. You do not need to send them. If your child has them, these are also what are called roller skating guards. They can get them along with them if they want. Now, other items, personal toiletries, obviously toothbrush, toothpaste. It's amazing that I used to write personal toiletries must include sunscreen, lip balm, and cold cream, and children started coming without their toothbrush, toothpaste, and shower gel. So that's why I've had to add it back again. So make sure they're carrying a shower gel. I usually personally carry a 3-in-1, which is a hair, face, and body wash. A small bottle because it's for 8 days. It's for this duration, and then I can come back and start using whatever the other things I'm using when I'm home. So 1 shower gel, toothbrush, toothpaste should include an SPF 30 plus sunscreen cream. A lot of children won't use it. We will ask them. We will remind them to use it all the time. People like me, and I will admit it, I don't use sunscreen when I go. I just don't like it, right? I would rather get sunburned. But children, you should wear it. It's so much better. When you come back and your nose is burned, your skin will peel off. Make sure you're wearing the sunscreen lotion. It will be better for you. Lip balm and cold cream for dry skin and chafed lips. A mosquito repellent cream or spray. Don't send all outs. right? I've had children carrying all outs. There are no plug points in the tents. They need to carry a spray or a cream which they can put, because in the evening there are mosquitoes which come up. We do ask children to be in track pant, but if it's too hot, they are more uncomfortable in a track pant. They would rather get bit by mosquitoes. So make sure they're carrying a mosquito repellent. Even the some people send the patch which comes on which can be attached to the clothings. That works minimally, but is not as effective as a cream or a spray. A pair of sunglasses which can cover the eyes, a torch or a headlamp, very important. At night, if the light goes, it does take time for the generator to kick in, and you will need to, if you need to get out, use the loo or anything, you will need a torch or a headlamp. Also, you are sharing a tent with other children. If you're getting in the middle of the night, it's rude to switch on the light when you have a torch and you can easily see and not disturb everybody else. I personally recommend any headlamp, because a headlamp can be just put on your head, on your forehead, and then your hands are free. In backpacking, it will also be required a lot, right? So make sure you're carrying a torch or a headlamp. Plastic bag for used and wet clothes, so that mothers, they can just put their, send a garbage bag. So they can just put all their wet clothes and used clothes there, and then on the way back, just dump it into the rucksack and bring it back. One water bottle. We are trying to reduce plastic waste as much as possible. Originally, we used to give plastic, bottled water on the buses. We have stopped that. Now we carry these jerry cans where we have filled water from either a RO from the office. Then we get cold water during the start, and after that we have these Bisleri, Aquafina 25-liter jerry cans which we're carrying, and we just empty out into this. These are the picnic water dispenser which we carry, which have a nalka on the bottom, so which you can just open, right? So those ones we carry, and that's how children will refill their water bottles. So make sure they're carrying a water bottle, 750 ml to 1 liter capacity at least. And this obviously on the activities also they'll be carrying. Now, sleeping bag and inflatable pillow. We recommend participants buy and carry their own sleeping bags. This is as per international camping norms. While we provide sleeping bags on returnable basis on the camp itself, we have enough. So if you're not carrying, it's not an issue. It's just that these are used sleeping bags which have been used previously. They have been cleaned and sanitized and only then given to you, but they won't be brand new sleeping bags. So just be aware of that. If you are coming without a sleeping bag, you might want to carry a blanket, so that you can put it over you and feel a little bit more hygienic if you are like that. I do not carry. I usually use the sleeping bag on the camp itself. I have no issues with that. But this is the international camping norm, so as per rule, you should be carrying your own sleeping bag. We used to teach children how to roll up their t-shirts, how to use their rucksack as pillows, but we increasingly got complaints, especially post COVID, on it. So that's why we've introduced in the kit list an inflatable pillow. It's available at Decathlon, it's available on Amazon. It's very cheap. You just get an inflatable pillow so that you can just use it at night. In terms of medicine and glasses, we are carrying all kind of medicines. You do not need to send any medicines unless they are on some specific prescribed medicine which is going on, or they're on some special vitamins. Just make sure we know it, so that we make the doctor aware of it, that this medicine has to be given to this child at this time, so that he or she makes sure it's happening. And if something happens and they have to give medicine, they already know what medicine they are on. Astelin is fine. They can carry their own Astelin inhaler. You don't need to worry about that. We also have it over there. Spectacles, if anybody's on spectacles, make sure you're carrying extra pair of spectacles. Contact lenses are not recommended. If you can get a retainer strap for the spectacles, that's the best, so that they don't fall off. In terms of packing, there are two bags you're going to be carrying. One is a small day pack or a knapsack, right? Like a normal school bag, which will go in if you're flying in, goes onto the cabin baggage. When on the bus, it goes into the cabin, not into the booth. Similar fashion. That can have your essentials like torch. On the bus, you can have your water bottle and your snacks on it. When you're trekking or going mountain biking, it can have a jacket, or we'll give you trail mix, so you can put trail mix over there, right? So these will be the small day pack. It can be a 15 liter, 20 liter, 25 liter. Should not be over 25 liter. That's recommended because then otherwise it becomes heavy. A rucksack or a duffel bag for your rest of your clothes. No suitcases at all. It's about a 400-meter walk from the roadhead to the campsite, right? There is no way you can drag the suitcases. You will have to carry them. The shoulder, the why we say rucksack or duffel bag, because then you can put it on your shoulder and you can carry it easily, right? Get used to it. It's so much easier. I personally now prefer taking a rucksack even on my holidays. I do not carry suitcases. It's so much easier to carry, so much easier to stow away, right? You can keep it on the side. It does not take too much space. And we will, right now, your parents will obviously help you when you reach camp. We'll teach you how to pack it more efficiently. I'll give you a hint. Your t-shirt, your clothes, don't fold them and keep them straight. Roll them up. The press doesn't get spoiled and you take less space. So just roll up your clothes and put them in. Right. So no hard luggage, no suitcases, trolleys, duffel bags. Try not to get with wheels. Some children do get with wheels, but duffel bag should have an option where you can carry it on your shoulder. That's more important. Cash, like I said, we take care of all the needs since the time they get on the bus till the time they get off the bus. All meals, any kind of medical emergency, we take care of. All those things are on us. Uh, Children are not allowed to shop anywhere but on the campsite. On the campsite, we have memorabilia like t-shirts, caps, keychains. Not more than 3,000 is required. But any child who is flying in, make sure you're carrying money for meals. Parents, if they're on Indigo or something, make sure their meals are booked on the flights because otherwise they are very hungry. Do not carry mobile phones, expensive jewelry, electronic gadgets. I've already spoken about this. Cameras at your wrist. Now, for the children who are flying in, as I can see, most of you are flying in. There are only one or two children joining in from Delhi. The rest of you are flying in. Make sure you're carrying a pouch, right? It can be a Ziploc pouch or a plastic pouch or a, the toilet kit pouch, anything which has a name, your name written on it, or is easily identifiable that it's yours. You have to carry a power bank with you, right? Uh, which will which can charge your phone. A printed copy of your return ticket and your original Aadhaar card, because if you're flying in, you need that Aadhaar card or whatever ID you're using. Cash for food on the return, right? All these things will go into that pouch along with your phone. Once you've arrived in Delhi and you coordinated with my airport manager who has received you, before the departure, we're going to ask you to say bye to your parents. Switch off your phones, put them in this pouch, lock it, give it out to us. This pouch remains in Delhi, right? It goes into a safe, it goes into lock and key so that nobody can get to it. And then on your return, when you return to the airport in the morning, the first thing we do is hand over these phones to you. Now, these phones or these pouches to you. Obviously, when we hand over these pouches, your phones are going to be discharged after 8 days. You need to charge them. So power bank. We cannot, by law, take out your phones and charge them, right? So you will have to charge them. So make sure you're carrying your power banks, and that's why we're asking you to carry a printed copy of your return ticket, so that if you're not wasting time charging your phone to find your ticket, you have the ticket available for you to just enter the airport. I'm done talking. I've talked a lot. Let me take some question answers now.
Nipun, are you sharing this recording to us?
Yes, it will be on that WhatsApp channel. You're on the WhatsApp channel? You got a message, right, from us? A Zoom.
Yes, that's that same Inme camps.
Yeah, so there'll be a WhatsApp channel over there, right? A link. Just click that. You'll go into WhatsApp channel. Just join that and make sure the bell icon is not struck out. These channels are in updates, so they won't be in chat. They'll be in the update section of your WhatsApp, right? This is where we'll put up all updates. We'll also share the recording. Were you able to find it?
Yeah, I can find it, but the only thing is it's kind of grayed out. I can't really join the channel directly. So just trying to see.
You might have joined it already.
Yeah, let me check. Okay.
Is it showing the bell icon crossed out or not on the top?
I'm looking at the updates, but I can't see this particular channel there under channels.
So you've not joined it most likely. Does it say Camp TON1 in updates? No.
No, it does not.
Okay. Can you go back to the message you got from us, which had the Zoom thing?
Yeah, I have that with me.
Yeah. Do you have the one which must have come yesterday? In that, it'll be read more, join the WhatsApp channel.
Yeah. No, I'll figure it out. I can see it, but I can't join it. But it's grayed out. Let me
Okay.
figure it. Yeah.
Oh, if it's grayed out, just save the number which it's come from.
Okay. All right.
That's why you're not able to click it. So
All
save
right.
the number and just reopen that. It'll be clickable.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Siddharth, no, you do not need to let us know. When you come over there, we're going to ask the children who don't have a sleeping bag and we give to everybody whoever needs it. And the children who take a second one if they're feeling cold at night also. That's also. Any other questions? If not, thank you so much, parents. You can start logging off.
Nipun, I would
Yes.
just like to know how many children, are traveling from Chennai?
From Chennai, ma'am, I don't have that available with me right now. Just
Okay. You said there are 31 kids. So
yeah,
is
there
it
are
from
31
all
kids.
over?
So I'll tell you right now. So we have branches. So you know what we've done is we've divided India into branches, right? So we have North branch, South branch, East branch, West branch. Right now, from the South branch, all are from South branch. So everybody is coming from the South. I don't know currently because I don't have that data in front of me. How many are
Alright.
from Chennai? But I can see two. Just going through each name. There are at
Okay.
least two. There are at least two from there right now, which is what I can see.
Okay.
There's somebody from Kanchipuram. There are 4 people from Kanchipuram actually. 5, sorry.
Oh,
Another
okay.
from Chennai. So there are 4. There are 3, 4 or 5 from Chennai itself.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Nipun, sorry, I think I got a call when you were talking about the arrival. So
Yeah.
you just said from here there is nobody from my daughter's leaving from the Bangalore airport. So we drop her off at the Bangalore airport, and once she reaches Delhi, that's when your team will guide them from the arrivals area. Is that what you mentioned?
Yes. Yeah. Yipshita, there are at least 6, 7 I saw from Bangalore. They're mixture. It's from Bangalore. I'll tell you, there are children from Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Kanchipuram. Yeah, that's the mixture which we have. So these are all in the area. So they're going to have a lot of fun. There are no Delhiites, thankfully.
Nipun, is it possible to share, for the Bangalore kids or the Hyderabad kids, who all are leaving from here so that we can just kind of help the kids to meet at the airport and
Ma'am,
then
there will be something which we'll be doing just before, about 48 hours before. We will try to coordinate everybody to meet at the same location so that everybody can meet together.
Okay, and another question is for those who are traveling from other locations, and before you leave for Delhi, will the kids be given dinner before the journey starts at
Ma'am,
6 or 7 o'clock?
everybody, 7 o'clock they will depart, 9:30 is dinner.
Okay,
So
so
we're gonna
from the
stop for dinner.
departure time till 7 o'clock, we have to ensure that they have some food.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, parents. You can start logging off. I'm still here
Thank
if
you.
somebody has a question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Good
Thank you.
You're
introduction.
welcome, ma'am.
Bye bye.